This is Canada, a landmass larger than 30 Germanys, home to Vikings, fur traders, rebels and refugees. But how did a patchwork of indigenous nations, French colonies and British loyalists become one of the world's most unique nations? And what secrets lie buried under its polite reputation? Comment below. What's the first thing you think of when you hear Canada? Long before Canada, this land was a network of nations. The Haudenosaunee Confederacy's constitution inspired American democracy. The Mi'kmaq mapped the Atlantic coast. The Meadows forged a mixed indigenous European identity. But in 1497, John Cabot's arrival set off a chain reaction that would shatter this world. European diseases killed 50 to 90% of indigenous populations, yet alliances, like the Wendat and French, reshaped trade. This wasn't a wilderness waiting to be discovered. It was a land of laws, treaties, and empires. The French built a continent-wide empire on beaver pelts. But they needed indigenous allies, Algonquin, Wendat, and others. When the British invaded, the 1759 Battle of the Plains of Abraham decided Canada's fate. Yet the French didn't vanish. They became a cultural pillar of Canada. Should France have fought harder to keep Quebec? Comment yes or no. By 1837, Upper Canada, now Ontario, and Lower Canada, now Quebec, rebelled against British rule. The solution? Confederation. In 1867, 4 provinces united, not for independence, but to build a railway and resist U.S. expansion. Canada was born. But indigenous nations weren't invited. The railway linked the country, but at a cost. Thousands of Chinese workers died. The Metis leader Louis Riel was executed for defending his people's land. Canada's unity was built on broken treaties. At Vimy Ridge, Canada earned a seat at the Treaty of Versailles. World War II saw 1 million Canadians serve, but the home front was divided. Japanese Canadians were interned. Indigenous soldiers fought for a country that denied them rights. Yet from these struggles a new Canada emerged. The 1960s Quiet Revolution secularized Quebec. Pierre Trudeau's 1982 Constitution repatriated Canada's laws, but Quebec never signed. Today, Canada grapples with its legacy. The Oka crisis exposed Indigenous land disputes. Residential school survivors demand justice. Yet Canada also became a refuge for 400,000 Syrians and legalized same-sex marriage in 2005. Is it a peaceful nation or a paradox? Should Canada abolish the monarchy? Comment your stance. From sea to sea, Canada's history is messy, inspiring, and unfinished. It's a story of resilience, Indigenous, immigrant, and rebel. What part of this story surprised you most? Subscribe and hit the bell to explore more hidden histories.